Hi, thanks for listening. I'm David Honsberger of the University of Hawai College of Tropical Agriculture and Human Resources, having received the Helen Farrar Award this year. I look at parasitoids and other natural enemies of bark beetles, some of which are shown here. Bark beetles are important parts of their natural environments, but outside their native ranges can sometimes cause problems. Here in Hawaii, we have a native radiation of bark beetles, but also invasive species that are problematic. These include the coffee berry borer, which drills into coffee berries and eats the insides, shot-hole borer species, and a few species that have been implicated in potentially spreading rapid ohia death among ohia trees. What we are doing is looking for natural enemies of these invasive beetles that already occur here in Hawaii, especially tiny parasitoid wasps, and trying to understand their behavior and the cues they use to find and attack the beetles. We are seeing if we can use this information to target them towards certain problematic species or encourage their populations in certain areas. Here, I will talk about one group that seems especially interesting. These are two species of tiny parasitoid wasps, Thymastica species, both only a little more than 1 millimeter long. They lay their eggs in adult bark beetles when they're in their tunnels, and then their young develop inside the beetle and chew this hole in the back of the beetle that you can see in the middle pictures to emerge into the outside. We have found the species on the left going after 3 of the 5 beetles known to potentially spread the fungus that causes rapid ohia death. This is the undescribed species that was on the left. The female wasp lands on the wood and searches the surface for beetle holes. She's found one here and checks it out. Then she'll back down into it, digging through the frass and debris. Once she gets in, she'll stay down there looking for a beetle. This is in fast motion now, and a little while later, she appears back at the surface going around in circles. She's actually riding on the beetle, parasitizing it. The beetle doesn't like it and is turning around in the hole, attempting to shake off the wasp. Here's a little while later. You can actually see the beetle. The beetle is really trying, but it doesn't seem like it can do much about the wasp on its back. The wasp usually lays 2 eggs in the beetle, one male and 1 female. A few weeks later, watch the beetle near the top middle. The wasp have developed and chew a hole in the back of the beetle to come out. In real time, this takes about an hour. And there she is. That's the female. She comes out and stays right there nearby. A little while later, the male comes out. He goes for a walk, probably to find a mate who's not his sister. But where we had them, that's his only option. And he comes back. They check each other out. And then they mate. And then they both fly off into the world. We may try to see if this wasp will go after the beetles in ohia trees and if it can be encouraged to potentially lessen the spread of this disease. Thank you so much. I know this award is much appreciated by all of us who receive them and will hopefully be used to do something good here in Hawaii.